we have another keyword, which is what? Else. Okay? The expression is only for the if. And what can go here? Remind me what can go in statement A. Single statement, compound statement, or null. Okay? And what can go in statement B? Single statement, compound statement, or null. Okay, so write me the code to input a number and print whether it's positive or negative. See in num. Get right to the heart of the if. I'm assuming you know how to declare. I'm assuming you know how to see out. See in num. Print whether num is positive or negative. Okay, good. But now what are we going to do with 0? Yeah, usually we count 0 as positive. So see in num. Okay, good. Do we need brackets in this one? Not necessarily. Is it wrong to have brackets? Not necessarily. So see in num first. You can stall a little bit and see in num. And then start your if. Okay? So a number is positive when good. Okay, don't forget the statement below here, though. So if num is greater than 0, skip a line, and then put right there, what should you do if number is positive? Print positive. Okay, don't forget to indent, and you don't need anything else after the else. The else is lonely by itself. Okay, so this is easy. Okay, how did you do? All right, if num... Now, no, not a couple people are saying that. You have to translate this. A number's positive if what? The computer doesn't know what the heck positive is. Okay? So it's going to be if num is greater than or equal to 0, indent, sorry. And yes, it should have an end L. I know. Else, see out, negative. Okay? Now, this is the crux of the simple if-else. And to tell you the truth, the if-else is not a difficult. I'm going to kind of concentrate. I can't talk for a week about an if-else. There's just not that much to say. I am going to point out some of the little idiosyncrasies, like with the null statement. We're going to talk about something called a dangling else. We're going to make the logic a little more complex. But this is the nuts and bolts of an if statement, okay? Now, the way that the expression is working, if the expression, which is right here, is true, it comes down and it does this sucker right here. If the expression is false, it comes over and does this guy. Okay? In all cases, we come down and we keep doing the logic below it. Does that make sense? Okay? Does that make sense? Here's an example. Now, what's cool is when we can combine the relationals and the logicals and do some interesting logic. So in this case, we've got, I need to fix these slides because I don't like the declarations here. Okay, if I have 4 car doors and the driver's older than 24, then this is their premium and they're a low risk. Clear? What do we call this guy again? I forget. Yes, we call them brackets, but what is this? What do we use the brackets? Compound statement. Thank you. And we have to use a compound statement when? More than one statement. It's not required with one, but more than one, I have to use brackets, which is a compound statement. Okay. Now, in this case, I only get here if what is the scenario? If that failed. If it didn't have 4 car doors and it was not, the driver's not greater than 24, and if that guy failed, then I come down here and they're a high-risk insurance guy. When is this guy going to get calculated? Say after and always. Regardless of what the if-else is, we will always do this line of code, okay? All right, so let's take a look at the following problem. We're going to convert temperature from Fahrenheit to Celsius. I'm going to show you one, and then we're going to write lots of code. So we start with our IPO. Notice that we found the temperature and the units, and we have new temp. We input temp in units. Oh, wait, convert temp. This is going to end up needing an IfElse, so we're going to say bye-bye to IPOs very shortly, okay? They were just there for the beginning problems to help us break the transition. They're not helpful with IfElses, okay? But here's the code. I asked for the temperature, and I asked for the unit. So they're going to enter 100 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Fahrenheit, whatever. If they enter an F, what type is units then? Character. If they enter an F, then I'm going to do this calculation and print out the converted temperature. When am I going to get here? Say it. When yeah, well, not Celsius, but what are they entering when what type is units? Yeah, so if they enter a C, I'm going to get here. But I don't really like this. This is not very beautiful. This is not very clean. What's the problem with this code? That's one of the problems. So hold that problem. There's two main problems with this code. But what's the even worse problem than anything defaulting to Celsius? Say it again. You're on the right track. Okay, so the only thing, is everybody listening? La, 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 la. Thank you. Okay, the only thing that's going to get me to here is if they type in what? Capital F. Is that user-friendly? No. So what should I do to make this more user-friendly? How about an OR? How about an OR? Who can help me? I want a girl this time. Who can help me? What do I need to add here? Okay, the vertical bars. Whitley's going to add the vertical bars for the OR. And what should my second expression be? And then I need to put one big set around the whole thing. Now, this is more appropriate because I don't want to just restrict the user to capital F. I mean, that's really bad. I mean, so this way, if the user enters a capital F or a lowercase f, it'll do the Fahrenheit conversion. Now, we still have the situation that Jared talked about, that anything besides F is going to come here. Okay? So even if they enter Z, we still get here. So we could actually do an else if. Okay, I'm going to get there. It's not really a special thing. It's really an if inside of an else. Maybe I should do that first before we do this else. So let's say I come down here and I say if. Now, when do I want this guy to take place? If units equals what? Capital C, or units equals lowercase c. And then what do I want to happen if they didn't enter F or C? Maybe invalid, okay? But let's hold that thought.